This is Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, your daily recap of the information that affects Iowa's farmers, producers, and consumers right here in the heart of the heartland. With reports from our award-winning team of Dustin Hoffman, Riley Smith, and Mark Magnuson. Now, from the IARN studios in Des Moines, here's Riley Smith.
Welcome into Ag Matters PM on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Riley Smith. Today is Tuesday, December 2nd of 2025, and we're so glad you can join us for today's show. Later on in the program, I'll be speaking with Cory Bratland of agmarket.net for the closing market summary. But first, today, I was out at the Central Iowa Shelter and Services Facility here in the Des Moines Metro to see a donation from Iowa Pork and Fareway as they gave out many meals to the homeless in the area. First up, I speak with Chris Belcock of Iowa Pork to learn about their side of the donation. Giving out meals today at the Central Iowa Shelter, and a great opportunity to do that. Really speaks to not only the giving nature of Iowans, but in the Pork Producers Association as well, really lining up with the We Care principles, right?
Yes, it does. Us hog producers, we follow the We Care principles. It shows that we care about our hogs that we raise, the communities that we live in, the environment, and this helps show that we do care. We care about the people in our communities, that where we raise the pigs, where we live.
And very important to have this opportunity here, not only today, but it's the winter season, and it's come on pretty strong already with some winter weather over the weekend. Going to be very cold this week as well. A donation like this is going to help a lot of people coming through here.
Yes, it will. With the temperatures looking like we're going to be in the wind chills of negative 10, 15 below the next couple nights, this is the right time to do this kind of stuff. There's a lot of people in need in Central Iowa, and it's a great thing to do. It's making a difference. We like to show everyone that we care about them. We're going to provide for them. We're going to help them out as we can.
And Chris, it may be Giving Tuesday, but this isn't the only kind of holiday distribution that even Iowa Pork has done. There's been a lot with the Food Bank of Iowa. There's been here at the shelter. It's the season of giving, and Iowa Pork's prepared for that, right?
Yes, definitely. And like you said, it's even though it's a season of giving, we give year-round. We do a program in the spring called Pork in the Pantry, where we donate pork products to food pantries around the state of Iowa. We do things throughout the year to help donate. We did the barbecue and brew at the ballpark here in Des Moines. The proceeds from that went to the donation to the Food Bank of Iowa with our partners from Fareway. So we try to do something year-round. It's not just one day. It's not just a season. It's a yearly thing. It's a year-round thing for us pork producers.
And of course, on the Fareway side of things, they've been partnering with many organizations in the ag industry to make donations here as of late. Here is CEO Reynolds Kramer.
Yeah, we're so proud to be here and at the shelter and just giving back, right? This is that time of the year to give back. But the thing about it is, it needs to be 52 weeks out of the year giving back to people that are homeless, people or have food insecurities, things like that. So we're just so proud to be a partner, and with the Iowa Pork Producers and just everyone here today. We've got the great team from Des Moines Police Department, and we're all sharing in this, giving back and serving those that need so much.
And I appreciate that you highlighted today's Giving Tuesday, a day to bring attention to the donation. Like you mentioned, we need that donation at all times of the year. Fareway has been a big donator recently. We've seen donations to the Food Bank of Iowa here at the shelter. There's a lot of need right now, and you really appreciate you guys coming to meet that.
Yeah, we've been so happy this entire month of November that just ended to give back, and our customers have done the same. Those that could help donate, and Fareway matched all those donations and given back to the food bank, given back to so many pantries all throughout the state. Once again, helping those in need. And it's not just about today, it's about the entire year, every single day.
And we know that there's this physical donation from Fareway, but a lot of that does come through the rounding up at the cash register, right? Talk about those campaigns and how much that's helped with these donations.
Every time we do a roundup, people give generously. They really do. And And I know sometimes when you're out there shopping and you're doing different things, you see another roundup for this. What's it going to here? The great news is this is going to a need definitely that's out there throughout the state. When you think about kids that sometimes when they go home at night don't have any food, you think about those that are homeless and displaced right now and out there and looking for things. Once again, it's a year-round need.
Thanks again to the folks at Iowa Pork and Fareway for having us out at that donation today. We'll go ahead and now take a look at the closing markets with Cory Bratland of agmarket.net. Cory, what do we see going on in the grain markets today?
Yeah, grain markets had a little strength here today with the corn and the wheat markets pushing a little higher. There's seems to be a little tension growing on here with over the middle, or not the Middle East, but in between Russia and the Black Sea region, Russia, Ukraine, and Europe here. So that has definitely caused a little bit of, I guess, concern here, and kind of put a little support underneath the corn and the wheat market. Soybeans continue to kind of just struggle in here a little bit. We're still kind of patiently waiting to see if China holds up their end of the bargain to purchase these 12 million metric ton, which they've still got a little bit of time, but the pace that they're buying is pretty slow. I think they've bought maybe less than 20% of that 12 million metric ton. So, but on the day we had corn futures up 4 to 5 cents. We had soybeans down about 3 to 4, and we had wheat futures up about 6 to 7 cents on the day.
So as we look at that deadline really coming up for that goal that was set in the trade framework, if we don't see that, how does that kind of get transferred over? Do we think that that will get added on to the other goals that they had in the framework? Or is that just going to be, it's like, well, it wasn't a fully agreed to deal, so it just didn't pan out?
Yeah, my suspicion is that it'll just be kind of tacked on into next year. I think China will do their best to try to live up to it and get as many on the books as they can. The one issue we're running into is Brazil continues to be quite a bit cheaper than the U.S. on soybeans. So it's kind of hard for them to just step up and considerably buy a bunch. But I think they'll get a fair amount of these purchases put on the books. The delivery will be sometime after the first of the years. But I think they'll if they don't get it all by the 1st of the January, I think it'll slip into next year. They'll get it tacked on to next year.
And then over on the livestock side of things, how did cattle and hogs trade today?
Yeah, cattle had a very nice, strong upward move. We saw feeder cattle index was higher here today after strong cattle prices yesterday. The live cattle prices are also pushing up, but we had live cattle up, $3.5 to $4, almost $5 in some contracts. Feeder cattle bouncing back pretty good, up another $8.80 hit 100 weight here. So they spent a little bit of time up limit. So I think last week we had that big flush out. We had the funds kind of get out of their short positions, out their long positions, and now here they are bouncing back, and kind of the market should probably stabilize in here, probably in this feeder cattle market in this 330 to 340 range. Hogs pretty very, very, very quiet. December contract was up about 27 cents with the deferreds anywhere from unchanged to down 10 to 20 cents. So very quiet in the hog complex today.
All right, Cory, lots of great information today. For anyone who would like to get in touch for more marketing information, how can they do that?
Yeah, just head on over to our website, which is agmarket.net.
Thanks again for the analysis, as always, Cory, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you much.
That again was Cory Bratland of agmarket.net. We'll take a look at how the markets closed through the market window at iowaagnet.com. At the close, March corn up 5 even at 4.50 even. January soybeans down 3 1/4 at 11.24 and 3/4. January soybean meal down 3 even at 3.1160. January soybean oil up 32 cents at 52.68. Chicago wheat up 6 even at 5.41 even. Kansas City hard red winter wheat up 6 1/2 at 5.23 1/2. Minneapolis spring wheat up 12 3/4 at 5.92 3/4. March oats up 3/4 cent at 3.15 1/4. On the Merc, December live cattle up 4.27 at 218.47. January feeders up 8.80 at 329.87. December lean hogs up 27 cents at 80.50. Pork cutout went unchanged at 93.22, and December Class 3 milk up 2 cents at 15.78. That's been checking the markets here on Ag Matters PM, and that also brings us to the end of today's show. You can find all of our daily ag news content on our website at iowaagnet.com. From the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network studios in Des Moines, I'm Riley Smith. On behalf of Mark Magnuson and Dustin Huffman, we thank you for watching. This has been Ag Matters PM.